Fred here. Welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. I'm finally out at the range. It's been a long time. I'd say about at least half a year. Friend here is building himself a what do you call them things?
Target stand?
Yeah, a target stand. Because me being in the guns, I don't even know what a target stand is. Anyway, speaking about target stands and targets, I was at, yep, you know, Walmart again. And Walmart has all of this Chinese rebranded stuff as Winchester. They have this triple metal target thing. This is only for 22 caliber. If you shoot it with anything else, it's going to be toast. As a matter of fact, if you shoot it with a 22, even at close range, you'll start warping these targets. I'm telling you, based on experience. So you don't even want to shoot these too close. Also have the Winchester target holder. Now, unfortunately, we're in a gravel pit. We're in a gravel pit here at our secret hideaway range. So I'm going to try to see if I can use this little workbench, 5,000, 2,000, whatever it is. Incoming. And just sort of clamped, the targets in here and see what happens. So I'm going to open this target holder up first because I'm going to try to sight in my 22 Henry lever action rifle, which I know is a very popular rifle based on all the comments I always get from that video. I have 1,000 questions that everyone's always asking about it. So maybe I'll try to address them in a video here coming up. So what do you get in this thing? In the box you get these clamps and you get some metal rods. So I'll go ahead and assemble it and we'll see what it looks like. Don't hope for much. So here it is. It's all assembled. It's very cheap wire. Again, don't expect much. Normally you would just jab this into the ground, but again, this is a gravel pit, so usually you're not going to get too far into the ground. So, workbench, I'll just clamp it in here. See if it holds tight or not. And it seems pretty good. Got some of these old antique NRA 50-foot slow fire pistol targets. So I got my target here. It's about 20 feet away, and I'm going to start just sighting in the old Henry 22 lever action rifle. John just built a freaking nice stand. Look at that. Nice target stand. Me, I like quick and easy. I'm sure that I'm going to destroy this thing pretty quick. And since we're on the subject of Winchester, I'm going to try out the new, and you can't see because it's dark. There we go. I'm going to try out a Winchester 555 rounds, 22 caliber. Unlike most Winchester products, this is made in the USA. I like it because they're copper plated, similar to the Remington Golden rounds that I usually get. So we'll see how these compare. One thing you need when you're sighting in the Henry rifle is you can see how this rear sight is sort of dovetailed in to the receiver here. So you need yourself one of these hammers. There we go. And what'll end up happening is I'll have to tap this over left or right depending on where I'm shooting. And then of course, to adjust for elevation, you just sort of move this in and out a little bit. You just sort of lift up and push or pull it, and it'll lower it. Now again, let me zoom back in here, shooting the Henry. Now I did take a couple of shots here and it's pretty much on target. I went ahead and again drifted the rear sight using this cheap Brownells hammer. Just sort of gave it a slight tap here on the left hand side, tap tap tap, to try to get it to move a little bit to the right because it was shooting just a hair left. I'm happy enough I kept it in the black. You know, with the scope it's a whole different story, but with me, personally, with iron sights, I'm terrible. So I'm very happy with this, especially the first outing here of the season. Now it's time to take a breather, have some fun. I have these spinners, Winchester, again, cheap stuff made in China. I'm not going to stick this in the ground. I'm going to clamp it into my workbench out there because I'm not going to be able to get this into the ground here. So I'll go ahead and throw this in there. I'll leave the camera on. You can watch me waddle over there and clamp it in. Alright, now it's time to have fun. If you have kids, shooting targets can get kind of boring, you know, paper targets and things like that. And having something a little more reactive, something that gives that clank, that tactile feel of hitting something, is sometimes what kids need to really draw their interest into these firearm sports. And I hope that if you do have kids, you are passing this tradition down, because it's definitely part of our country and what makes this country great, the firearms ownership, and it is why this country exists and still exists as it does today. So let me get off my soapbox and back into my chair and I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you on down the range, and you can see that I put those Winchester spinners out there somewhere once I find them. So now I'm going to have to get my butt up because I can't drive this thing from in front. So again, I'm using the workbench to hold the spinners, and I'm going to try not to destroy my workbench. This is about, I don't know, 15 yards away.
Well, lasted for two.
Alright, well, I'm going to go down there, reset the target, maybe clamp it just a little better, and see how it goes. Man, I'll tell you, the squirrels better watch out if I ever get hungry and I don't have any food. Now, I want to walk you over here and let's see how the targets actually fared. Remember, these are made in China, cheap Winchester target, and they cost about $15. And you can see they really bent. Tell you what, let me turn this around a little bit. And you can see how warped from just a 22. These aren't high power rounds. These are Winchester white box. They it really doesn't, I don't know what to say. I don't think this is actually thick enough for what they're selling it for. Now, I'm not shooting too close because it doesn't have a range on it, but you know, I don't think I'm shooting close. So you might want to get yourself a set of better spinners, unless you plan on you know, buying these as a disposable purchase.
I can see how bent it is from here.
Really, they are pretty torn up. Pretty torn up. This one especially. Wow. Show you the back there. Try to give you a side view. You can see it looks like a spoon. It's warped so much. Really incredible. Look at this little guy. It's a little baby spoon. Incredible. So, as far as my recommendation, I do not recommend this. I give it a, this might be my first 1 out of 10. You know what? It's not doing what it's designed to do. But it's failing. I should test out the warranty. I wonder if they even got a warranty. These people ain't going to be too happy after they shoot it. It's not going to look like that anymore. You know, this would make a very good survival rifle. You know, I mean, if crap hit the fan and you only could have one rifle, a lot of folks would say get a 22. And, you know, a semi-automatic is not going to be theoretically as reliable as a bolt action or a lever action. So, I mean, if crap really, really hit the fan, this is probably an outstanding choice. And you can see, based on other videos that I've done, it's extremely accurate. So, let's say crap has hit the fan and you're looking for dinner. And one thing, at least where I live, that there are a lot of, because Mrs. Gear Obsession channel tends to put out a lot of food that attracts squirrels. You know, I guess I could eat frickin' squirrels as long as I can maybe put a lot of curry on it or something. Well, I got a coconut that I bought about, I don't know, at least half a year ago. It's pretty ripe. And it's sitting out there at about 50 to 70 yards. Again, one day I'll get a laser rangefinder and get this all figured out. I don't have a tape measure this long. I don't think they make them that long. So I'm going to load up my lever action here and see if I could simulate, you know, nailing that squirrel out there, getting dinner. Alright, so here we go. I'm again using the Winchester white box 36 grain 22 long rifle, rated at 1280 frames, I mean frames per second, feet per second. Why is this plane getting so loud? I don't know. These are hollow points, which would make them ideal for shooting dinner. And I'm going to do this not on the rest. I'm going to be holding this fully supported by myself only. Again, to simulate the situation. And we'll see what happens. I can barely see it because my eyes really suck. So, I don't think we're going to get this on the first shot. Hey, got it. Alright, I either hit it or I hit the stand. So, we'll take a walk out there. I'll take you along with me. And we'll see if I actually got dinner or not. Squirrel. Holy cow! I really hit it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Dinner. There's the kill. Center mast. Coconut center mast. Woo! You know what? It smells like Malibu. This thing has been fermenting. Wow, look at that. It looks like there's the entry, and that's probably the exit. Again, this was a hollow point. So that's pretty damn cool. A Henry with the iron sights all the way from over there. I surprised myself. Hello, this is Fred's stomach.
What?
Alright, let me pan up, or how about if I back this up and raise it. That was terrible. Alright, the Henry lever action. I'll tell you, every time I take this out, I love it more and more. I had to do some special things to this. I don't know if I can sort of illustrate this to you, but the one criticism I have is that the sights are really bad, so I went ahead and put, let me see if I get this in. You see how that looks like a Glock style rear sight? I went ahead and used the white nail polish and with some tape to tape it off to make it look like a Glock rear sight. And of course that front sight post way in there, that's kind of hard to see, but I put my favorite mango orange nail polish that I put on my guns, not on my freaking nails. Thank you. So, pretty good. The other thing I'd like to point out is I used that Winchester white box ammunition, and you know, typically that's very dirty, but looking inside the action here, not too bad. It doesn't look any worse than when I shoot the Remington or the CCI, so they have cleaned up their ammunition just a little bit, so I'm very happy that they clean that up. Let me see if I can find it. There's John. Right there. They do recommend those. And again, the prices of these vary, so I'm not even going to say what I paid for them because, you know, every store, ammunition widely varies in price and goes up and down. But I recommend, though, at least the one, they used to come in a different color box. Now this is the ones that come in white. And they kept their accuracy very good. They didn't vary too much from shot to shot. I didn't feel or hear a difference between the shots. They were consistently loaded and they were consistently accurate, and they weren't as dirty as typical Winchester white box. So I recommend them also. I recommend them. I'll rate them the very high value. I'd give them a 9 out of 10. You know, copper coating. I didn't experience any fouling. It's a good deal. Here's my cup. That Remington ammunition is good too. That's my typical, my favorite ammunition. I usually just shoot the generic Remington out here at the range. So, let me get my mug in here. I appreciate everybody again joining We here at the Gear Obsession channel, friends, viewers, subscribers, I really do appreciate every one of you. I also appreciate those of you who have served and are serving in the military, police, and firemen. Thank you very much for your service. And have a great day.